Today, from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, this is Madden NFL 21. See Sam Darnold and the New York Jets taking on Phillip Rivers and the Indianapolis Colts.
We're situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. A few moments ago, the crowd here was on their feet as their beloved Jets made their way out of the tunnel. They're ready to go. We're ready to go, and it should be a good one as those New York Jets get set to face off with the Indianapolis Colts. Welcome again, one and all. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Brandon Gaudin on hand alongside Charles Davis. And yes, the storyline here, the weather, snow, and more of it expected as this game continues. So how will that impact how this one goes?
Can these teams ignore the distraction and the strangeness of playing in a snow game? Because it actually affects the crowd as well. That big roar you get is often muffled when there's a snow game. And the second part, what's the footwear you got on? Does that fit the turf you're playing on? And how will it handle as things get a little bit slick?
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback who's in his 17th season now in the NFL, an 8-time Pro Bowler to boot. It's Phillip Rivers.
One way you become the all-time leading passer for your team is pure talent, and Phillip Rivers has plenty of that. But there's also dedication to your craft and the willingness to get better all the time. Phillip Rivers has a van set up with a driver so that when he goes to and from practice, he's able to watch tape and find ways to improve his mechanics each and every day.
On 1st and 10, Rivers. That's complete to Jack Doyle, the tight end. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now you can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. Rivers. Taken in by the tight end Doyle. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. Well, and you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big. They'll run on first down. Hines. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 46-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 11 yards there, 1st down.
I have no crystal ball up here. I can't truly see into the future. But if they don't start getting some pressure on him, make him move around a little bit and do something with the receivers, change up their timing, they're just going to get shredded as we've seen so far. Right now, they're off to a blazing start.
Yeah, and you are right. He looks way too comfortable back there in the pocket.
Yeah, there shouldn't be a pillow back there for him, all right? As a defensive guy, they've got to dump him on his backside a few times, shake things up.
Yeah, they're going to need an in-drive adjustment here on this first series. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. From the gun, Rivers. He's got his target. That's Zach Pascal. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
Complete to Zach Pascal.
And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Again, it's Rivers. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 27-yard line. A 1st down throw here for Rivers. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw again. Rivers. Caught left side by Hilton. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 15-yard line. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
1st down.
And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Hines. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Hines, the ball carrier. Quinnen Williams on the stop. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Jets' 12-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Operating from the gun. Rivers. And he's going to find Doyle in the end zone for a Colts score.
To Jack Doyle.
Jack Doyle there to make the grab. And the Colts take it right down and score on the opening drive. On paper coming in, you'd say that these guys are the better team by far, and they sort of showed their superiority there on the opening drive.
Yeah, they came in the heavy favorite in this game, and even though they're on the road, they just wiped it away, didn't they? They've just said to everyone, we're the better team. We just showed it to you on this opening drive, and we expect to do it all game long.
Extra point attempt here still to come. Boy, these may be an adventure this afternoon, but this one is good. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And the result for the Colts is a touchdown. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Returnable here for Davis. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Here now comes the Jets offense, and the man that will be captaining the ship at 6'3", it's Sam Darnold.
I remember talking with a scout about him, and he said, you know, I love the fact that he was a high school basketball player. He does so many things with his legs to keep plays alive. But he did the same thing as a basketball player, kind of a point guard, knows where the ball is supposed to go, and knows how to deliver it to the open man.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 26. And he'll throw right away. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
They run with Samaje's younger cousin. This is LaMichael Pirine. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On 4th down, rookie Braden Mann will punt for the Jets as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got him the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know, they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
Rivers and the Colts going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 26. Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Offensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Zach Pascal, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
10 yards to go.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. From the gun, Rivers. He's got Jack Doyle. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet. and say, this is what the problem is. Now let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. DeForest Buckner with a sack, the former number 7 overall pick. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Now a carry for Pirine. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Setting up the screen to Pirine. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And that will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get on track in this one.
Here's Braden Mann now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Rivers to throw it. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
The ball carrier.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Here's Hines. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
The Colts on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Throwing, Rivers. He'll find Hines out of the backfield. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. It's a 39-yard punt, and good coverage means a loss on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
7-yard line.
New York ready to go again offensively. They've had it twice. They punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 37. He'll throw from the gun. He finds Smith out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Out of bounds.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Darnold on 3rd down. He finds his target. It's Crowder. Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first thanks to a flashy little spin move.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And here's the game's number 3 all-time rusher, Frank Gore.
Frank Gore, the ball carrier.
Solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7.
Good yardage there on 1st down, exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Every year, yeah.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, coming up at halftime, while the two of us head for warmer areas of the press box, we'll be sending you to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half. He was trying to find his tight end, Chris Herndon, and it's 3rd and short.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. A shotgun snap for Darnold. Dancing to his left. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Here's the Jets punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success at least so far here in the second quarter. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Working out of the gun, Rivers. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Rivers again looking for Pittman. A better result here. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. Rivers now. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. Frank Gore and company trotting back out there as they get set to go again on offense. You can count his carries on one finger. They've only given him the rock one time, Charles. What gives?
So we can't draw any conclusions just yet. He has to touch the ball multiple times in order to get into a rhythm and have a chance to have success. You know who else gets into a rhythm? The offensive line. They feel better about what they're doing when they know they've had multiple opportunities to get it done.
Yeah, well, the conclusion we can draw so far, they're losing here in the second quarter. Let's see if they change tunes. He finds Pirine out of the backfield. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. Darnold from the gun. And his throw here is incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Darnold. Over the middle to Smith. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
But I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker, that the defense almost relaxed and said, we've got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the 4th down.
Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Yeah, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it.
They're on 24-yard line.
The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we've reached halftime with just the lone touchdown here. 7-0 is our score. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. It was a strong first half from the veteran, Phillip Rivers. His guys have the lead as the white stuff continues to fall. And for the call of the second half, we give it back to Brandon Gaudin.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. 'Cause this snow front that has socked much of the East Coast not going away as we are back to it in the second half. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
And New York set to take the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. He'll set up to throw. He's got Herndon, his tight end. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They'll run it here with Pirine. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half.
On 1st down, it's Gore. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Pirine, draw play, and that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now Darnold. He'll get this to LaMichael Pirine out of the backfield. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
At the 45.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Darnold now to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Ball carrier.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold them to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. Darnold. Throw left side complete. It's Griffin. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Now it's Darnold. That is caught. It's Perriman. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. And Darnold just beating the play clock. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 7-yard line.
2nd and 6 with the ball on the 7. Darnold to throw again. And this will be incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. Throw complete to Herndon. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11.
4-yard ball.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
So on 4th down, the Jets turn to kicker Sam Ficken.
28-yard attempt.
Ficken's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
7. Jets 3.
So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
Sam Ficken to kick
After knocking the field goal through, Ficken now kicking off. Rodgers on the return. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
On the return. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. This is Hines. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Third and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. They run with Hines. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a 1st down.
Well, you know me, partner. I never tell them to back off of being aggressive, but sometimes you see the consequences when you're overly aggressive and you don't secure tackles. Guys break through.
Trying to sell out to pry that football loose, and just as you said, cost some yardage.
Yeah, you got to go get him. Stand him up first before you go for the ball. Don't just go for it initially.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. And they'll run on the inside handoff. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Rivers. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
Incomplete. It's 3rd down and 4 yards to go.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 20-yard line. That's good for an Indianapolis 1st down on a gain of 10.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. on the delay. Here's Hines fighting through, and he gets it down close to the 10-yard line.
The ball carrier.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
It's a gain of 8.
Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him. Ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Hines, and he's brought down. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try to run with Hines. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. Call it no gain, and it's going to be second and goal.
No gain on the play.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at all, because you may leave an open.
And he takes it in for a Colts score.
Jonathan Taylor.
Punching it in from a yard away. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt away the game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run-pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done, because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
Now Blankenship on for the PAT. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown.
Rigoberto Sanchez.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
On the return, the Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 24.
Darnold and the Jets now down by 11. A little under 2.5 to go. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. A first down throw, Darnold. Smith catches left side. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. 7 yards the pickup there.
It's up 2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. DeForest Buckner in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And in the early going, the running game, as we see the numbers, it just wasn't on point. Well, now it's gotten more true to form.
And sometimes it takes a little while for an offensive line to get in sync, because early in a game, defenses throw different patterns at you, different formations, different sets, and you might not block them quite the way you want to, but as you start to get into a groove and you figure out what they're doing, now it all comes together, and that's what we're seeing right now.
On 1st down, Hines. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Hines. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Game in hand. The offense takes the knee.
He kept it in his hands and tried to push it across the goal line himself, but the defensive front wouldn't allow him to do so, bringing up 2nd down and a bit farther.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. The Colts in victory formation now as they take the knee.
I don't know about you, partner, but watching them take the knee there and finish this one off, I feel like I'm going to be sore tomorrow. This was one bruising affair. Low scoring, but my kind of football.
Not a work of art, but maybe in your world, a little bit of a work of art. You like the defensive side.
I thought it was pretty. I can't help myself. I thought it was pretty.
And it ends in a kneel down as the clock rolls down to zeros. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now, because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away, because danger lurks everywhere you turn.